Gable Steveson, boy, I cannot tell you how much I would love to carry Gable. One, because he's a wrestler. Two, I have tremendous hopes and belief in Gable. But I am in a weird spot. I'm running a business over here. I want sponsors. I'm not only audited, I get publicly audited. I can tell you how great my numbers are, but you can also just go look, and they're sitting right there on YouTube. And in case you're wondering, yes, those are the actual numbers. I have followed everything that Gable Steveson has done. I have backed his every single move. It changes my algorithm because it does and performs so poorly. So I'm in a spot where if you have something that is not going to do well, if you understand the YouTube algorithm, don't put it out. Don't associate it to your name. It all gets factored in together. Now, I'm only sharing that because I took that jump with every move that Gable did. Boy, he was wrestling. And then he was going to be professional wrestling. And then he was interested in some college wrestling. And then he was going to do some football. And I even saw him tackle somebody on live TV, which I have to assume is a pretty good job. Like, just to get it into play, let alone to be the one that goes out and gets the tackle. Faster than I could tell you that story, he was released with a rumor that he was coming back to wrestling, specifically an eye on the 2028 Olympic Games. As that conversation is beginning to mature, it gets an announcement that he's going to go and do a grappling match opposite Craig Jones, which, by the way, I don't know if I've been more excited for a grappling match. The one thing that I wish I did have, and I've asked 1,000 people and none of them know, is what are the rules of Craig versus Gable? Is there a point system? Should they reach the time limit? Is there a way, judges, points, or otherwise, to determine and establish a winner? That I don't know. I mean, all I can do is ask guys. I've asked guys that are in the CGI tournament, and they don't know. The only problem that I have with grappling, and it could be freestyle, Greco-Roman, collegiate, it could be Sambo, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, grappling though, just as a whole. We have never had a person come into the space that because they're writing the check, they have the ability to change the rules, and they've refused that. It is too seductive. It is too seductive for somebody to come in and change a rule. But I only share with you because the rules, every channel you go to, everywhere that you look, are different. I don't know. But I thought I heard there was a point system. Or at least there's judges who will dictate a winner at the end of X amount of minutes. And that, to me, favors Gable so tremendously. I mean, you guys saw the match where Bo Nickel, who was a white belt, was this close to beating Gordon Ryan. I mean, it would have ruined every belief system that we thought we had Bo been able to close that match out. And I'm just curious as to the rules of Craig and Gable. And one of the reasons that I have not covered that match is because I don't understand those rules. It's the reason that I didn't cover when he got the tackle with the Buffalo Bills. I don't know enough about football. You know, you got a first string and a second string, and you got special teams. I just didn't know enough about it. I couldn't cover Gable in professional wrestling because none of it was aired, and the one match that got out got panned. And now I'm in a spot to cover Gable and his debut at the LFA in MMA. And I'm stuck, wondering if I should. We've got an announcement that Gable is going to fight in the LFA, in the MMA. Okay. What do we know about the opponent? What do we know about how we got here? What gym will he prepare at? Who will be in his corner? Robbie Lawler or Jon Jones? LFA is a extremely respected and fast-track organization to get into the UFC in some fashion. You might go Ultimate Fighter, you might go Contender Series, but either way, here's Dana, here's his cage, there's you. So it would seem as though this was incredible news, not to mention the drama around. What's it going to be like if Gable Steveson, Jon Jones' cornerman, friend, and training partner, comes into the UFC at the same weight class as Jon Jones? Like, there's all sorts of potential drama about it. But Gable is going to fight in MMA, in the LFA, soon. Soon. More soon. He's going to grapple Craig Jones under a rule set that I've yet to identify. So is he going to be focusing purely on the grappling and then go from that date to a different sport 3 weeks later? Or is he simultaneously training the MMA and the grappling, and then he's just going to throw the punches and kicks out to deal with the Craig Jones situation first? Okay, he's got 2 matches lined up in 2 different sports. He's got MMA, which he's never done, and he's got grappling, which he's never done, but he's going to main event against the most powerful guy in the world for the biggest paycheck that any non-black belt has ever made. But he's got the 2028 Olympics sitting right out there, and from what I saw, he's a damn good football player. So if I was to cover Gable, if I was to do a piece on Gable Steveson, and I was to come here and I was going to have to tell you guys who he is, if I was to tell you guys what he is, if you were in my spot, how would that answer go? Because I know you're not going to say he's a part-time freestyle wrestler, and he's a part-time football player, and he's a part-time professional wrestler, and he dabbles with the jiu-jitsu, and now he's getting ready to do MMA. I know you're not going to do that. Who's claiming him? And most over, who does he claim? Gable Steveson is, let's do this, guys. All right, see, 8 minutes and I figured it out. Gable Steveson is an athlete. An athlete of what sport? You tell me.